Hello, it's me, Hayley Morrison Out Loud. It is the 15th of December 2022. I've done about 10 of these videos now, and I was meant to do them weekly, but I've missed the odd week in between because I've just kind of had so much on and not really kind of got around to doing it, or I just haven't really wanted to be honest. But today, I'm freezing, by the way. I'm trying not to shake because it's so cold outside. And I'm sure I've just put the heating on. No, I've got like one of those apps on my phone and I pressed it and it hasn't worked. Right, heating is coming on. It is so cold. And to start with that, this morning, I had a shower this morning and I was thinking in the shower, oh my God, like I'm so grateful that I can just get in the shower now and get washed in warm water as well, not like freezing cold shower. In the warmth. And I was getting ready, just thinking like I'm so lucky to have what I have. I'm singing at a place tomorrow. It's called the People's Kitchen in Newcastle. Just a free gig for the people who are obviously homeless. We're doing like a little bit of a Christmas party. And a friend of mine, Arvin Arang, who's also a singer and a DJ, he's organised it all. He's been great with it. And it just made us think like people are whinging about the heating bills, and which it is a proper thing to be upset and get you stressed about, because you know, especially when you've got kids, you don't want to end up homeless, you know, so that's where the stress is coming from. But at the same time, it's like, well, oh God, even if you get yourself in debt and then arrange a way to pay that off, it's better than being homeless, I guess. So, but saying that, everyone's got their own situations and we should never judge anyone else thinking that they're not as bad as this person, really. Everyone's got the right to obviously not be happy with their life and with themselves. But that was just my thought process anyway, being in the shower thinking, wow, like them people who have like got nowhere to live and who are in cardboard boxes and got blankets on. And here's me in the shower. Like, it just made us feel a bit shit, but also grateful. So from last week, I think I might have mentioned that I was getting a job. I was going to start a job. This whole journey that I'm doing is basically trying to kind of get myself in a place where I go, I'm happy, everyone. Like, I'm happy in my skin. I'm confident. I'm comfortable to go out into the world and do different things. And just get me motivation back for life. And I've tried a few different things over the last few weeks, failed. You know, I remember one week saying, right, this time next week, I'm going to do it. And it just didn't happen. And I felt like I was even worse. So what's changed right now? I mean, you can see I still look a bit chubby. I look a bit shiny, actually. I've got no shimmer on my chin. I don't know why my chin's shiny. Anyway, I've got makeup on. Being washed this morning. My new top came from Shein. So quite comfortable in that. So I'm feeling good about myself. You know, I haven't lost loads of weight yet. I'm still kind of the similar person I was last week. But the difference is my whole mindset is just shifted. Like, I feel on a different level right now. So the few things that happened last week was, obviously I sat down and I decided that actually I needed to get out into the world. And even though it made us anxious a little bit, thinking, how am I going to speak to the people when I'm not feeling myself? I thought I need to push myself out of my comfort zone, which I've got to be honest, I am quite proud of myself that I do that quite often. Like, if I'm nervous, don't want to do a gig, I just think, what's the worst can happen? And I do it anyway. But I did. So I literally put my CV up onto Read, I think it was .co.uk, and then a company actually contacted me. I think I might have mentioned this anyway last week. So contacted me and said, you know, I've got this available. Had an interview on was it Zoom, Teams, something like that. Anyway, had an interview with that. And then it's just temp cover work. So I started the job on Friday. It was 12:30 till 5:30, I think. And I went on Monday, 8:30 till 12:30. So actually getting up on Monday morning to go to work felt really good. It sounds weird because it was freezing. I didn't initially want to get up, but I got up, had a shower, I got ready, I put some makeup on, done my hair, and I felt good. And I was like, oh, is it the work or is it the fact that I'm actually prepared for the day? Probably a bit of both. But went to the job. The girls were lovely. And I really enjoyed it. And then on Wednesday, I worked Wednesday again. So, and then I went badminton yesterday, like Wednesday was yesterday. So went badminton last night with a friend. And I feel a massive shift in myself. And how it's kind of come about as well is I was watching this guy, he's on YouTube, he's got his own website, I think it's called Clark Kegley. So if I remember, I'm going to put the link in this video so you can have a look and check all these videos out. Now, I listen to people all of the time, you know, Joe Dispenza, Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins. Is it Tony Robbins? Yeah. So I listen to people like that all of the time. I've read, you know, Think and Grow Rich, Untethered Soul. I've read so many different books and done so many different things, The Slight Edge, Compound Effect. But this guy, I just really resonate with him. And I think that's something that I wanted to say on this video, was if you're feeling like you're struggling, you don't know what to do, and you've tried this and you've tried that, don't just give up. Try, if something's not working for you and it's really not working for you, try something else. Speak to people, get some ideas of what they're doing. But the biggest thing is sometimes we know what to do. Like, I know how to feel better myself by obviously losing this weight, eating healthy so that I don't feel sluggish all the time. I feel like I've got the energy. I look good in my clothes, so I can kind of just put my clothes on and go out and not go, oh, you know, this doesn't fit, I'm bulging everywhere. So that straight away makes anybody feel better. So if you're thinking, I know what to do, but I haven't got the energy, you need to do something drastically to change your eating habits. I would say is a massive thing, or any addictions you've got, like drugs or alcohol. Try different things, and different things will work for different people. Like different things motivate different people. And I think I was listening to something else that was saying, like, we've got two main drivers, which is like pain and pleasure. Pain drives us, like sometimes the fear of losing something or not getting something, like we're motivated by the fear element. And then other things are motivated by the pleasure element. So fear can have its positives as well, as long as you're feeling that fear. And then it's making you do positive things, not feeling the fear and thinking, I give up on life, give the bottle, give them drugs and whatever, and just kind of giving up. And what he said was, and it made so much sense, I thought I would share it in this video. So a lot of us, when we want to do different things, and what people say, just do some affirmations, and you go, oh, I'm feeling great today, and you think, well, I'm not, and you kind of know you're lying to yourself, so it can be tricky. However, people will say, just write some to-do lists and just do it. Just do it anyway. Don't think, just do it. So you write down, right, get up at this time, I'm going to go and do stretches, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to drink a pint of water. But then what happens is, when that day comes, and this has been happening to me, I'm good at organising, love planning. And when it comes to the day, I go, ugh, I feel sorry for myself. And I go, oh, I'll start tomorrow. Or I make a mistake and go, and I've ruined it. And then I go into self-sabotage mode. So it's not as easy to just do it. So as much as sometimes your brain is the reason why it's stopping you think, well, don't think, just do it. Sometimes it hijacks your body and tells you to go and eat things that you don't really want to eat. So this Clark Kegley, and don't get us wrong, he didn't come up with this. There's a lot of gurus that kind of talk about this. But he put it in a way that really, really resonated and that I liked. And he was basically saying, it's called becoming your 2.0, like version of yourself. So what he suggests people do is write down, who they want to be, how they can see themselves. Like, I am confident, I am creative, I am loving, I'm adventurous, all the things that you want to be in yourself, and even like what you want to do. So you could create, and I've done this ages ago actually, what you want to do, who you want to be, what you want to do, and what you want to have. So do, be, have. You can actually do a little picture of yourself, and then I kind of put the stuff around it, what you want to do, what you want to be, and what you want to have in your life. So write that down, but don't just write it down, like actually really look at it and really feel it. And what he reckons is, instead of doing the actions first that hopefully are going to stem down to change then your belief systems, and alter your personality from being miserable and moody to happy and excitable or whatever, he reckons to start inside first, which does make sense if we're going back to what I said before about the affirmations. So it's not just a case of trying to lie to yourself. It's actually believing that this is the person you want to be, and just kind of like reminding yourself daily. So for me, when did I write this? I wrote this on Tuesday night, ready for Wednesday. Was this week? Last week? I can't remember. Anyway, so I wrote down things that I'm going to say to myself in the morning. And it is hard because part of you thinks, oh, well, I'm kind of lying. But then you need to really say to yourself, no, this is me. This is me. This is who I want to be. You know, everything I've done up to now was in the past. So me, who hasn't got any discipline, who hasn't got any patience, that's who I've been. That doesn't mean to say that's how I'm going to show up today or tomorrow. So you're kind of not lying. You're just convincing yourself a little bit. But I had wrote down things like, you know, oh, I'm very health conscious, me. I'm dead health conscious. Like, I love my body loves me. I'm proud of my body. You know, I'm going to make the decisions that I know is good for me. Like, I'm dead health conscious. I'm really good with my diet. Like, I always have a balanced diet. I have a bit of chocolate, but I make sure I get my fruit and veg in. You know, I stick to my calories, and you're kind of saying it before you're doing it. Like, I am that. That's exactly what I'm going to do today. I can feel it in my bones. Like, today is going to be a good day. Not, oh, this is me usually. Oh, you're fat and I'm ugly and I've got nothing to wear. Nothing looks good. Got nothing to wear that looks good. I don't want to go anywhere. Oh, I really want to eat that bread, but I know I shouldn't, but I really want it. But I'm not going to eat it. But then you tell yourself at the same time that you really want it. So your brain's going to give you what you want and protect you from what you don't want, kind of thing. So like if I say, I'm trying to think if I contradict myself there a little bit. I think you know what I'm trying to say though. So anyway, I've literally did that. But on top of that, I put some actions in place. So my morning routine was to get up at 6:30 and to do a 10-minute meditation first, thinking about this 2.0, thinking about this me and how it would make us feel, to get up feeling actually positive about the day, putting some clothes on and going, oh, this looks really good. I feel really good today. I look really good. And I kind of did that and just visualized that. Had me pint of water, went in the shower. This is massive. Just getting in the shower and looking at me actual goal board and go, right, what are my goals? What are my affirmations? And the same things like, you know, the pain of regret will always outweigh the pain of discipline. So that uncomfortable feeling of discipline in that moment of like, oh, I'm just going to cave and I'm going to give in. That uncomfortable feeling that you're trying to escape from, that you need that thing to get rid of. What's going to be worse than that is the regret, which it is now for me, thinking, oh my God, this year is nearly done. And I kind of started doing things like this in January. You know, I'm still 2 stone lighter than I was before lockdown, heavier than I was before lockdown. And I kick myself. So this regret of like not doing these small little things is now, I feel regretful. And when I feel regretful, I feel down. And when I feel down, I want to eat crap. And then it's a big cycle. So you need to break this cycle. But this is what's worked for me, by being in the moment and consciously thinking about how I'm speaking about myself, how I'm thinking about myself, how I'm thinking about my day, my actions. So try it. So definitely start by just having the intention. So write that down. Number 1, have the intention to wake up and consciously think and pay attention to your thoughts and your thought processes, and what you want to do and how you want to show up to that day. You don't have to plan for the week. This is me as well. I overwhelm myself where really I can only do whatever I can do like in this moment, but I get sidetracked going, oh, I need to do that and I need to do that on tomorrow, and I get stressed. So having a good system definitely is key, but just waking up and having that intention of saying, do you know what, I'm going to make today a good day. Like, what things do I want to do today? And write them down. So it could be something simple like, I'm going to get a shower and put some makeup on so I feel better about myself. I'm actually going to just walk around the block. Even if you're tired, you just walk around the block, stand at your door and get some fresh air. So, you know, little things like that, and just start doing little things that you know that it's not really going to be out of your way or disrupt your day too much if you've got work and then tea and then kids and all that. Little things, just plan little things. This is what's working for me, by the way. Like I keep saying, people will try things and they go, oh, it doesn't work for me, because we're all motivated by different things. But it's working. It's not complete yet. So what I need to do now is think about the worst case scenario, that something bad happens or I wake up and have a bad day. How am I going to get back in this mindset of like, no, I'm good. This is just a shitty day, and accept it's a shitty day and not spiral out of control. So, yeah, I'm feeling really good. And I don't know if you can even tell by my energy if you've been watching my videos or not. This is really doing me nothing, so shiny. Yeah, I do. I feel really, really good. I'm trying to think what else I was going to cover on this video. But yeah, I'm going to share the link. And basically, I do think it's just having those intentions and those visualizations and those affirmations, which concrete them visions out loud, saying it out loud or writing it down, apparently is really powerful. So I've wrote it down and then I've read it out. And like every now and again, I'm thinking about what I'm doing, like, right, I'm going to do this now. And I'm just trying to focus on the one thing, tick it off. Yay, done it. Right, what's next? And then go to that thing. And then just being conscious, like, right, I'm here now, I'm going to look a bit bored. This, I'm doing good. And I did a video where, I mean, this jumper makes us look chunky actually, but I still haven't lost weight, right? But just to like, in comparison, like from my work things, like these used to be really tight. Oh, granny nipples. And like a lot more comfortable now. I mean, look at that, man. That is just, it's hideous. Not that anybody wanted to see that, but I used to take pride in how I looked. Like, I used to think I had quite a good figure, quite a good body. Thankfully, I haven't really got any stretch marks off Ruby. Like, I've looked after my skin since I was like 12. I used to moisturize and do different things, but drink lots of water. I went years without even drinking tea or coffee. But anyway, now I am rambling. But even though, again, I haven't lost weight, I feel better today. I feel like I look okay. So yeah, just kind of do something that's gonna, like, put something on your to-do list that's gonna make you feel good, whether it's saying, you know, I want to have a shower, I want to put some makeup on, get ready, get some fresh air, go and see a friend, put some music on, plan something for you instead of just being on autopilot. And I mean, I'm saying this, I promise I'm not preaching, because I'm struggling. I have been struggling. You'll see me videos. I've been frustrated with myself, with everything else. And today the mindset shift is just, it's mad how you can feel different. So just know that if you're struggling, nothing's permanent. Well, I'm not going to be morbid and say what I was about to say there, but you'll find that things change and they're just phases that you're going through. I was going to say death's permanent, but even death isn't permanent if you believe in the fact that your soul goes on and that you still have loved ones. But anyway, I'm going to log off now, so I hope you're all okay. As always, if you want to kind of reach out and drop me a message, because I'm excited that I'm actually as well putting together some plans for the podcast in the new year. And what I would like to do is get other people who are struggling, doesn't matter what you're struggling with, to kind of come on. I want to do group sessions where we can all talk. I'm going to get some professional mental health people on so that you might be able to get some advice and some contacts for people to actually give you professional help. Because as much as I can say, I feel like I'm knowledgeable, you know, there's always something to learn, and people are complex. So what works for one person might not work for the other, which I keep saying. So I'm not in a position to say, like, I know I can help you, but what I will say is that I will try my best. Even if that is just listening and you offloading, I'll try my best. So yes, get in touch if you would like some information about that. But I hope you're all keeping well. It's nearly Christmas. And just don't stress too much if it can be helped. It's a crap time, isn't it? But anyway, peace out. Love, love, love. And I will be recording another one next week. So bye for now.